Thank you. Okay. We're up to Terumos Perek Yud Beis, Mishnah Yud Beis. So it says the Mishnah Beitza. I think that's what we got up to. No, sorry. Yud Aleph. Yeah, Yud Aleph. I'm sorry. Mishnah Yud Aleph. Rabbi Yossi Aimer. This Mishnah has shitas, has opinions that mamish we don't paskin like. Very, very interesting shitas about bittul of food. All right. Because we said the last few Mishnayos that you have sharp food, so if it's sharp Terumos, then it gives its taste over into the chulin. But here the Mishnah is going to talk. So it's mashma that if it wasn't sharp, then it's bottle. So here we have like this. Rabbi Yossi Aimer, kol nishkalim imatrodim, anything that that's nishkalim nishlakim. I'm sorry, not nishkalim. Nishlakim. Shalak means to be boiled. Kol nishlakim imatrodim asurim. Anything that gets cooked with trodim that's also a sharp vegetable. Beet. So anything that gets cooked or boiled with trodim is aser. Because like we said, it's sharp food and it gives over tam. So since it's truma, it gives over its taste into whatever chulin food is in there. Reb Shimon Aimer, kruv shel shikya in kruv shel bal aser. If you have a kruv is cabbage or lettuce, something from that family, and it was cooked together with shel shikya is a regularly irrigated field. It's not overly irrigated; it just has enough, and it gets cooked together with kruv shel bal. A bal is a field that is totally washed. I mean, tons of liquid there, right? So then it's also again the chulin is from a regularly irrigated field, and the truma is from the heavily watered field. It's also because it absorbs the chulin. The chulin is going to absorb because something that's very wet is going to give over its wetness to something that's drier. Rabbi Yehuda Aimer, kolam is bashlan zem mutarim. Anything that gets cooked with each other is mutar. Right? Ela ima basar. Only thing that gives off tam is meat. So you could take vegetables, according to Rabbi Yehuda, you could take kosher vegetables, heat them up with non-kosher vegetables, and you don't have to worry. But if you cook regular kosher vegetables with meat, then it's going to be asa. Right? If we would paskin like Rabbi Yehuda, then all these salad bars might be mutter in the what do you call vegan restaurants, etc. Liver, meaning you cook the liver together with other foods. It can make the other foods aser because liver gives off taste. But it cannot become aser. Right? Let's say you had kosher liver and you cooked it together with truma, it won't become aser. Because liver only excretes and it doesn't absorb. All right. Which is very interesting, this shita, because we know that liver can't even be cooked by itself because we're afraid the blood goes out and goes right back in. That's why you have to do the whole broil the liver thing. Right? Okay, so this Mishnah says if you cook truma together with chulin and it's sharp truma, so then it gives off its taste. And then we said that vegetables from heavily watered fields can give off taste to vegetables from not heavily watered fields. Rabbi Yehuda says there's no such thing as cooking transferring taste, which we obviously don't paskin like, but meat could transfer taste. And Rabbi Yochanan says a liver can absorb, but it cannot absorb, and it can give off taste. Yud Beis. Beitz Hashem is partial with Tovlin. Also, so an egg. So an egg has, you have the yellow of the egg, then you have the white of the egg, and then you have another little, I forgot what the name of it is, and then you have the shell. So an egg that gets cooked with spices that are asr, afilu chelman shala asr, even the yellow inside the egg is asr. Why? Because the egg absorbs. Get this question fairly often. People have eggs, put it in the cholent, and they want to know if they're fleshik, if they just eat the eggs. So the answer is yes, at least according to Ashkenaz and Sfardim might be Mekel. But eggs are considered absorbent, even though they have a hard shell. If you have the liquid of cooked truma and pickled, like we had yesterday's Mishnayos, pickled liquids of truma, asurim lazarim, those are all asur to zarim. Right? So, meaning because this goes back like the previous Mishnah, is not the Mishnah before he's disagreeing with. It's Mishnah Yud, he's going with that when something's pickled, it can make things asa. Okay, that's the end of the parak. L'chaim on that. Okay. And let's see some Shari Tshuva. Nun Vav. So it says V'shem Elikim actually V'shem Elihim Achirim Leisaskiru. We're gonna have this tomorrow, but Hashem in the Sanhedrin a lot. Many times that we're gonna have in Sanhedrin, most of the time we're gonna have in Sanhedrin that the word is Elihim. You don't have to say Elikim, because it's not referring to God, it's referring to either other gods or it's referring to judges. What? Or Bezdin. Right. So b'shem elihim achirim lo yisaskiru. One should not mention the names of other gods. Lo yomer adam lachaveru shmar li eitzel avodah zara plainis. Don't say this. You shouldn't tell your friend. You should shmarli, watch for me or wait for me by avodah zara plainis. Meaning you shouldn't use a base avodah zara church as a, what do you call it? A guide. What's the word?
Guidepost.
A guidepost or something like that. Yeah. What about saying kratzmach or that? Can you say that? Right? So, yeah, it's probably better not to. Yeah. So that's the nun vav, nun zayin, the loisechanim, also negate to this week, right? Pirshu Rabbi Seinu, loisitan lem chen. Do not give them chen, meaning favor. Right? Sha'asal adam sheyamar kama noah goizeh. A person is not allowed to say how beautiful the guy is. Pirshu shalai titain lasismat naschinam, or you shouldn't give them a present. So that's why it's negated this week, because people are giving out presents to the goyim, to the mailman, and the garbage man, and to this man, and that man. So why is it allowed? You're giving them something for free. So we say that if you think you can get something in return, so then it is allowed. All right. Okay, let's do one more. Do not be like Kairach and his crew. Anybody who's machzik in a machlokes is over on a lav. All right, that's pretty heavy. Why? Do not be like Kairach and his chevra, which they made fights. It is mutter to say lashon hara on balei machlokes. Right?
This is why you said we can't eat at a certain place in the neighborhood, because they started a whole machlokas.
Well, I don't know if that, I'm saying that was definitely a sad. I don't know who started the machlokas. That's the problem, right? How do you know? Every machlokas is l'shem shamayim, right? So if it's a machlokas l'shem shamayim, so then l'chayra, that's not what it's referring to. It's referring to stam machlokas. Okay, shenemer v'li ani avdecha u'letzadek hakoyin. This is a pasuk of Malachi. So that's a whole story with Adoniah and fighting with whoever it was that he was fighting with. So again, no fights. Fine. Okay, we'll stop over there.
Aaron Kaplan, you expect to get a response if you never put out a menu? One's supposed to respond to what?